Yes, good afternoon all. So in the last session, we had discussed about different operations that you can perform on data cube: roll up, drill down, slice, dice, pivot. Have we discussed these operations in the last lecture? Just a minute. Let me just check. Okay, yes. So we had discussed different OLAP operations that you can perform on data cube in the last lecture. Now we will move further. Let me share the screen. Is my screen visible to all? I hope that it is visible. Fine. So let us move ahead. Until now, we have discussed basic things on data warehouse. We have seen the definition and different four keywords included in that definition. The basics on OLTP, OLFP, data warehouse versus database management system. Difference between OLTP, OLFP, and multidimensional data, board schemas, operations. And so this was the last topic that we had discussed in the last. Now in there will I think I was disconnected. So I was disconnected. Let me give you a brief about these two things again. Okay, so on your right hand is that using front end tool, you can generate the query and you can get the analysis reports. Now, who is going to give you the results? To provide you OLAP server, two things. First, it can get the answer of your query. Second, based on your query, it is going to fetch the data from data warehouse, going to generate data cubes, and going to get the answers. Right. So, it is generating data cube, and as per your query, it is going to give answers. Now, data warehouse, data mart. Data warehouse, as we all know, what is data warehouse? It is a place where you're going to store historical data, subject-oriented, non-volatile, time-variant collection of data kind of things that we have discussed in the definition of data warehouse. Data mart. Data mart is coming into the picture first time. So let us understand the data mart. What is it? So now we are understanding the data mart. What is data mart? Fine. So we all know what is data warehouse. Fine. So just data warehouse. We all know that what is data warehouse. This is the data warehouse, and in this data warehouse, you are going to store data of all the subjects. Like we had discussed different dimensions, and that can be also considered as subjects. So in short, here in data warehouse, you will be having data of all the subjects. Which kind of subjects? Like, for example, you can have the data with respect to sales. You can have the data of, let us say, customers. You can have the data of, let us say, employees and other subjects. Fine. So in data warehouse, you are going to store all the data. That is data with respect to all the subjects. You're not going to separate anything. So whichever data you want, you can find it out from data warehouse. You are not separating anything with respect to subjects. Whereas in data mart, what will happen? Again, data mart is a place where you're going to store the data. But how data warehouse and data mart will be different? In data warehouse, you are going to store data of all the subjects, whereas in data mart, you are going to store the data of only subject. That is the difference between these two. Fine. So a place where you are going to store the data, but of only single subject. So if you want to create data marts from this data warehouse, where you are having the data of customers, then products or sales and employees, then you can create data marts like this. This is data mart for, let us say, sales. So here you will only find the data of sales. But this is data mart of sales. Second data mart that you can have can be of customers. Third data mart that you can have will be of employees. So all these things are what data marts. This is data mart of sales. This is data mart of customers, employees. Place find that data warehouse and data mart. Okay, now let us go back to that architecture again. Okay, so I hope you open the screen. Okay, that's data mart. And data from data warehouse or data mart, data dimensional data or cubes, and that is going to give you the answer or an analysis. We all have discussed that we are going to store data in data warehouse. Data warehouse is a place where you store the data. Data mart is also a place where you can store data only single subject. But from where you will get the data is data warehouse. That is data source. Right, so from data source.
Sir, your voice is breaking in between.
Databases are there, or really mostly operational data is going to be stored in operational database like SQL and all. So from all these kind of sources, where you are going to have your operational data, from sources you are going to perform some operations first, and then you're going to store inside data warehouse. But which kind of operation you need to perform and why? So first of all, before loading the data into the data warehouse, like extract is going to do what? Extract the data whichever is required to. Let us say let us sequence number, or let us say uh, or just any or icons, any icons are not useful, right? So while in the data, ignore kind of those or those kind of columns which are not used for analysis. Before storing into the data warehouse itself, you have to bifurcate data which is not useful, so that further, whenever after storing data into the data warehouse, you will not need to delete any kind of data. That is the reason, you are not going to remove anything from data warehouse, because while extracting the data, you are saying that data will be useful for. So that is why I am going to store into data warehouse. That is extract. Extract is nothing but extracting those analysis. And extract from different kind of data sources like operational database, files, and let us say cloud. Also nowadays, then transform. What is transform? Is in which format you want to store the data. Data warehouse, if you are not transferring into single currency, what will happen? Analysis will also have multiple currency. You will have the kind of inappropriate analysis or into inappropriate report. Right? So if you are saying that what is the average sale last 3 months currency in both the format, like let us say dollar and rupees, then you will have different kind of analysis there. That's the reason that few attributes must be in particular format. No. That is why transformation also form. That is the second operation, transform, where you are going to convert the form of data in which you want to save, store inside the data warehouse. That is transform. Load. Load is after performing, let us say, transform, extract and transform, you load data into data warehouse. And then that data will be stored inside data warehouse. Whichever data is useful, whichever data you want in particular format, in that format, in that or that kind of attributes only going to be stored into data warehouse. That is load. Load is nothing but the operations or the data on which you perform extract, you perform transform. That data will be loaded into data warehouse. That is the third operation. Refresh. Refresh is what discuss that data warehouse is time variant. That means that along which time it will be updated. For example, you are completing 10 years now, and after 5 years, also you are using data warehouse. So at some period of time, you need to update this data so that you can have updated analysis. If you do not update your data warehouse, what will happen? You will get only analysis reports of past. You cannot have updated report. You cannot have updated analysis. For example, if I want that in last quarter, how much profit I made in Canada, for example. So if I had not updated my data warehouse since last, let us say 1 year, then I will not get the updated analysis or report. And that is why refresh at some particular time, you need to refresh the data, and you need to again perform extract, transform, load, refresh, so that you can have updated data into data warehouse. Fine. So these are some of before saving the data into data warehouse from data source. And metadata, whichever data is available in data of data warehouse, and also be considered as three target. If data warehouse is then you can consider data storage, all happening front end tools as three different types: bottom tier front end tool, middle tier OLAP engine, and front data source. Or also have bottom tier as data storage, middle tier OLAP engine, and front or top tier as front end tool. And this lecture. Okay, so in this entire architecture, any kind of queries, any kind of doubt? The voice is not available sometime. Okay, maybe Jay, it is due to that Wi-Fi connection. Not getting proper Wi-Fi here in this classroom. Sorry for that. Anyone, any kind of doubt on this architecture? Anyone? That is data warehouse, and you can also data as enterprise data because you fine, whereas you data warehouse. Architecture will be there inside OLAP server architecture. We have seen this OLAP server. That is middle tab. Now, what is the role of OLAP server? OLAP server's role is to fetch the data from data warehouse, convert that data into multidimensional data, and as per your query, giving you the report answers or any kind of analysis reports, whichever you want. All are there. Architectures are there. Mainly three types of architecture are there. First, rollup. And so, rollup in detail because that is in your syllabus. I think rollup and SQL servers are not. We are
Sir, your voice is not audible properly.
okay. So, first of all, rollup and is stored as relational database format in the same way that you are going to store data into relational databases in terms of rows and columns tables and all. Same way you are going to store data here, and that is rows and columns in data warehouse. And so this you will be having the data in terms of rows and columns or in the same format that you are storing in real databases. So now this is the architecture of rollup. I think I'm connected. Okay, am I audible, Jay? Voice is not audible. Am I audible, Jay? Jay, am I audible? Okay, now audible? Jay? Am I audible now? Okay, okay, fine. Thank you so much for the responses. So this is the architecture of roll-up model. Now, as you can see here that client desktop, there is your front-end tool. Then MOLAP engine, there is the same thing, that is OLAP server. Then RDBMS server and data warehouse. Right, so this is your bottom layer. There is data warehouse, then server, and then your front-end tool. Three architecture, the same way it is represented. So what you are going to do and how the things are going to be done. So you want to have some analysis, and for getting analysis you're going to use front-end tools, and that is possible with the help of client desktop. So that front-end tool will be there in client desktop. Now what client will do, client wants some analysis, client wants some kind of results or reports, charts. So client is going to request to roll-up engine, or whenever client is going to select some kind of there's a different modules or going to file some kind of query, then that will be sent to roll-up engine. And there is, here you can see here that the user is from client. What roll-up engine will do? Roll-up engine is going to SQL query. It is sent. Roll-up what? Roll-up engine is going to complex SQL. That query is into RDBMS server. As on SQL, that SQL our server is going to fetch the data from data. RDBMS server will fetch to engine. Please try to remember that the data which is sent by RDBMS server roll-up engine, it will not be in multi-dimensional format because it's RDBMS server. RDBMS server don't know that how to treat or how to convert data into multi-dimensional format. So it will be simple data that is available in the terms of rows and columns, and that data will be sent from RDBMS server. It is going to be fetched from data warehouse by RDBMS server, and the data by roll-up engine. Roll-up engine is going to directly convert that.
Sir, your voice is not audible properly.
You will get the analysis, you get the charts, reports, and all. Well, that is this roll-up model. Again, repeating this point, again repeating this sequence. Now, okay, before repeating this sequence, let me clear again few points that what is the role of roll-up engine here in this model? Roll-up engine is going to get the request from you, and based on your request, roll-up engine is going to convert your request into complex SQL query. Then that complex SQL query will be sent to RDBMS server. Now RDBMS server is getting that complex query. Now based on that received complex query, RDBMS server will fetch the data from data warehouse, and it will not be in multi-dimensional format. RDBMS server, whichever data is fetched from data warehouse in the same format or multi format, that data will be further sent to roll-up engine. Now, after receiving the data from RDBMS server, you are going to request, and as request, every, let us say, right, interested in finding out average in month of March by all the products. So runtime or dynamically as per days, you are again going to request some, then again a request is going to create those cubes. Fine. So based on a request, dynamically it is going to create those cubes, and this is the difference between this rollup and mollup. So that mollup we will discuss later in the next lecture. So that for up to this. Any question, any kind of query? Okay, fine. So thank you so much, all of you.